When we were working on it, we were like, this makes me feel like I'm back at the Get Lifted days, which also lyrically fit because I was singing about kind of those days when I was a bachelor, when I was not in any kind of committed relationship. I was traveling around the world and probably disappointing a few ladies on the way. At the same time, I was, writing a lot of love songs. And so the song is about that tension. The inspiration for this song, of course, we all know the saying, actions speak louder than words. And of course, a lot of the way that I communicate is through my music. I write lyrics all the time, and I write a lot of songs that are pretty romantic. And we thought it would be a cool concept to write a song that explored the idea that actions speak louder than love songs. I was thinking particularly about when I was single, when I was just starting my career, I was traveling the world. I was becoming successful based on these songs about deep, abiding love. And I was at that time, just being a bachelor and having fun and not really in a committed relationship. I remember being kind of like, feeling the contradiction between the lyrics that I was writing and the fact that I wasn't really settling down and committing to anyone in the way that I was singing about. And so this song kind of explores those feelings.
La da 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 da, here I go again with another love song that I wasted.
I keep disappointing girlfriends or girls that I'm dating because I'm not living up to what I'm saying in my love song. When I'm in album writing mode, I'm writing 50, 60, 70 songs that will get narrowed down to 13, 14, 15 songs. Bottom line is there's a lot of wasted love songs that I've written, and not really because I'm not living up to them, but more so just because I've got better ones that I think should come out instead of those.
Just another love run out of patience.
Well, I was thinking a lot about how I was as a boyfriend back then, and a lot of it was due to my own travel, but a lot of it was due to just being busy, being selfish, thinking about my career more, which I think at that time in your life is probably appropriate. But, you're in your mid-20s, your late 20s, and you're trying to establish yourself as an artist. And your main focus isn't trying to be the best boyfriend. There are definitely some women that ran out of patience with me. And so this feels very autobiographical. I can imagine some of the stories that I went through during that time. Women aren't going to put up with that forever.
She don't want it, she don't need it. Every other word coming from my pen. She throw back in my face, saying, where you been? I sound so poetic, but it feels like I let it slip away, slip away.
I think I've really focused since I've been married, and particularly since we had kids, on being as present as I can possibly be. Partly a luxury of being at the point in my career where I can control my schedule more. I'm in a privileged position to be able to be home more and be more present now, but it's also because I want to be. I think presence is clearly important. I think distance is great. It can be sexy. It can be, it can make you miss somebody, but there's only so much of that you want to have. You need to see someone. You need to touch them. You need to be with them.
Wanna show my love is strong, make her feel it when I'm home. No faking, no mistaking, she can feel it when I'm gone.
So a strong love to me is about being there. It's about communicating. It's about listening. It's about taking care of your partner and making sure their needs are met and their wants are met. And I don't know, being reliable. I feel like a lot of what people want from their partners, they can depend on them. Well, you can't forget about romance too. It's not just about being there. You need to take her out on a date once we can get out of quarantine. Go on trips, buy them gifts that will resonate in a personal way with them, not just because you spent money on it, but because you know that she likes that thing. And you've heard her talking about that thing because you've been listening. I think those kinds of things are the things that I try to do to make sure our love is strong.
That actions speak louder than, speak louder than, speak louder than love songs.
Yeah, writing a song for someone is an action. It's a romantic action. I wrote All of Me for my wife, and it was romantic when I first sang it to her. She really was moved by it. So the act of writing a song is an action, but it's not sufficient. You gotta back it up with other action.
The melodies, they carry on, but actions speak louder than, speak louder than, speak louder than love songs. I've been doing it all wrong. La 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 la, here we go again. Just a couple of friends with some benefits. She gave me all of her love, then I wasted. I wrote a new song, then erased it. Oh, every other thing that I said before says you don't want to hear about it anymore. I feel so creative, but it feels like there's nothing left to say to make us stay.
Writing this, thinking about 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, when I'm, at a height in my creativity and winning Grammys and coming on the scene as this new artist that's making a lot of noise. I was very creative during that time, but I wasn't very successful with my relationships during that time. That's the kind of the conundrum of the whole song is I'm still creating all this, music that I'm so proud of. I'm still writing these lyrics I'm so proud of, but I'm not living a life that's lined up with that.
La 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 way. La da 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 all day. She don't wanna hear a word I say, word I say.
Yeah, I haven't really been writing much since the quarantine. I haven't actually written a full song at all. I put a few ideas in my phone that just kind of come to me randomly. But I don't like working at home. I don't like writing songs at home. I like going to the studio. And fortunately for me, I had already written the songs for this album prior to the quarantine. We just had to do some minor, arrangement additions. I have 2 kids too, and we're with them, all day. They're in the house all day. Normally my daughter would go to preschool. My son would go to little enrichment classes. But, we're together all day. And so they want your attention all day. They want to be engaged all day. And so I'm not getting a lot of work done at home. Bill Withers, one of the great songwriters of all time, who's a friend of mine and wrote these really great love songs. He wrote these songs that were really enduring. And hopefully what we do as songwriters is write things that endure.